Hello everyone, I am the Aging Gamer. You can call me Tag for short, and this is DIY with Tag. And this is this is new for me. These are some new videos for me. I am more typically a video gamer, or gamer if you will, on both Twitch and YouTube. You can see my Twitch channel just below me here, and on YouTube it's the Aging Gamer. So you can check me out there, or up here to my left in Facebook and Twitter. But I'm expanding my reach a little bit into the DIY world. I am a DIYer myself. Lots of projects around the house. My wife and I are always working on things, sprucing up the house, making things better. So I wanted to expand into that world. So what I've put together here is a compilation of DIY projects that I've done, to show you some of those. Now they are finished projects, but in this video I'll do my best to talk through some of them, how I did them, and the process that you can go through to do it yourself. And then in future videos you'll see me going through from start to finish on a lot of projects. So keep an eye on the channel, look out for these videos. I love doing this stuff, woodworking, building, any of it, taking things apart, fixing things. It's a real passion of mine. So I hope I can pass some knowledge on to you, help you save some money, and take some pride in getting your hands dirty a little bit. So keep an eye on the channel. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button up top. And with any of these videos, hit the comments as well. Any questions on how-tos, anything that I didn't cover, anything that I can improve on, let me know. I want these to be as good as they can for you. So I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos, but check out this compilation video of some of my projects.
This is DIY with Tag. Today I'm showing you probably one of my favorite projects I've ever done, and this is our little reading or little lending neighborhood library out at curbside here. So what I really love about this was we tried to match this as best we could to our house, both in look and color and everything else. So I really think it turned out well. This is one obviously I'm showing you after the fact. If you have questions, please hit them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them, and certainly high enough demand I could recreate this here step by step in a future video. Be a rather long video, but I certainly could do it. So anyways, what we've done here is, like I said, matched it up. We got a little flower box on the side, obviously posted into the ground in the whole 9 yards. When you do this, you do want to call your gas company. Make sure that you can dig a hole. This a lot of gas lines, electric lines run close to the curb here, so you do want to do that. Probably my favorite part about this is I did find wood siding that matches kind of the look and feel of our house, and then painted it, to match in color. Just for fun, I also added shingling up top. So we had some leftover shingles from the roof of our house, so went ahead with that. So just really had a good time with this project. Again, this is a little higher level, skill-wise. A lot of cutting, angle cutting involved, creating platform, at the bottom to hold its strength, and getting a good 4x4 post that you can dig into the ground. A few of the really big concerns, because it's fairly heavy, especially when you get some books in it there. So if you do run into some problems or questions, hit me in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. And like I said, with a high enough interest or demand, I could even create a longer video recreating this project. So, hey Tag family, coming at you with another DIY project. This one here is the fire pit we put in. Partially deconstructed this section here just to give you some context for it. But this is a project that cost me under 150 bucks. 62 of these blocks in total for those of you trying to make it. It's 62 of these blocks. I got them at a Menards, but I'm sure locally whatever stores you got, home garden stores, will have some variety of these. But 62 blocks in all. You'll see as we get closer here, you'll see at the bottom we've got the bottom two rows are matching. So in other words, I stacked them as they match, same side sticking out. Then the next row, I reversed it. That's just what the back side looks like. And then again, the top row matching again. So did that for a couple reasons. One, because I kind of thought it looked nice. Gives it a little different look. as opposed to just being symmetrical all the way around. But the other thing, and probably equally as important, is it gives it some air holes, room to breathe. The fire needs air to breathe, and so you'll see throughout, by mismatching that section, we got nice air for that to breathe every step of the way. But the only other thing to note with this is on this end is the high end here. So this, I buried the first row about 3/4. That first row is there about 3/4 into the ground, and then the back side's about 1/2, just to give it some stability and some strength. So again, partially because this is the high end on my particular fire pit. And then in the middle, we've got we put some gravel in there just for drainage purposes. And on the low side of the yard, again, about 1/2 buried bricks, and then some holes there just for drainage, just for fun. But that's what it looks like, gang. So another project for you. Hope it helps. If you have any more questions or comments or ideas, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer. Another project to come at you with today. This one is on our deck, and my wife and I kind of wanted some privacy with our neighbors, just being on the other side of this trellis here. And so I was thinking, what can we do? So what I did was built the trellises, as you can see, but also the planter box along the bottom. So you'll see this is a planter box all across through here. On top of railing, exactly like that, just built the planter box, lined it with some plastic, filled her up with dirt, and now we've got some climbing plants. In the last couple years, we've got some beans going, some cucamelons, which are amazing if you haven't tried them, and those will climb. You will also see we did put some fake greenery back there just to fill it all in. But that's a look at another project you can do on your deck if you just want some privacy, fencing, or if you would like to have some planter boxes, along the bottom edge of one part or another of your patio or your deck. So back at you with another DIY video. Aging Gamer here. This one is for making a gate on your deck if you've got little ones that you don't want leaving your deck, whether it be at dinner time or whatever. Fairly simple project for the most part. Just get yourself some hinges, 2 hinges, as you can see, a little deadbolt lock there. Then you get measure and cut your 2x4s to height and length, and slap it all together. You got yourself an easy door to keep your kids on the deck, keep pets on the deck, whatever it is that you need to do. Fairly simple process of just connecting all those together. So there you have it, a little DIY gate for your deck. Really minimal cost. I didn't even calculate it. It was so minimal. But again, 2x4s, a couple of hinges, and a deadbolt, and away you go. So there you go, gang. Thanks as always. With some DIY with Tag. Here we have a key holder in our entryway I wanted to show you. Just a real short, sweet video on this. This is something you can do, kind of a unique key holder. We got the letters at a craft store. The hooks probably can get at a craft store, but certainly your local hardware store. And just a simple way to kind of spruce up an otherwise boring key holder. The other thing that I did is, as you can see here, put an angled piece on the top where you can hold bills, sunglasses, just a little bit of a storage space there, just inside the doorway, and then the whole thing is just anchored into the wall there. This was a 1x8, I believe, or maybe a 1x10. Simple little project, very low cost. Spice it up and make it look how you want. Farmhouse feel, rustic, whatever. With Tag. Today I have a shoe holder to show you. This is a project for your entryway. Saves you a little bit of space of having a sort of a floor, style of shoe holder, or just shoes on the floor like mine currently are. What you can do here is you basically get your 1x6s cut to any length that you want, basically measuring out exactly how many shoes you intend to have holding it, or just generally how much space you have. Then you're going to find some of these wooden dowels that you see through there. measure it out so that you can have as many of those spaced as you want. These dowels come in long lengths, so you're going to have to cut them down to 4, 5, 6 inches depending on what you're looking at. Then finding your appropriate drill bit. You drill the holes all the way through the 1x6s, fitting the dowel in after you've cut it to shape. And then there's a backing on here. So what we've done is a backing on there that the dowel is then screwed into through the back side. So hole all the way through the 1x6 and then screwed in through the backing there. You could just drill out only halfway through here. I like this as far as added strength, to be honest with you. So I went with the backing there. And then that worked out great. These are drilled right through, holding snugly into that backing. So there you have it. Again, you can make this to any size, stain it, paint it, whatever you want to do, but it's a nice way to keep the shoes organized and off the entryway. Alright gang, so next one to show you is our DIY sandbox here. These are 2x8s around the perimeter of the Rainbow Play Systems playset we have here. Pretty simple process really. Measure and cut to fit. We did put some underneath the sand. We did put down some plastic as far as that goes, but otherwise the 2x8s around, then some 2x4s in the corners as far as support goes, and then fill her up. I mean, the main problem, or the main difficulty, is just filling her up with sand after that. So there she is. There's another project. So I got a new project, or another project for you. We repurposed an old basketball hoop that my wife wanted to better match the shutters and the rest of the house. Fairly simple process here of taking wood siding boards and covering up the existing backboard so that I could paint them. Then we bolted that through and connected it to the old frame, which you will see right up underneath those boards. There's the old frame of what was a plexiglass backboard. Just bolted those through, painted the siding boards to the color that we wanted to make it match. And so pretty simple. I just wanted to take a little short video for you and show you the setup of my garden. We had some serious trouble with rabbits and squirrels, so I tried to come up with a little DIY way of caging in the garden at a decent price. So about $150 total on this project, maybe a little bit less. And what we did here was, as you can see, it created a door, your standard 2x4s, and then the gate, or the swing of the door, we used for a chain link. We used a chain link fence hinge there, and down a little bit lower as well. So that's how we created the door. And then around the sides we have the standard, again, chain link fence posts. I believe those were the 8-footers, so they're a few feet into the ground there. And then for the roofing, to keep the chicken wire going, used irrigation tubing and ran that across to create the roof as well, because we were having trouble with the squirrels even climbing over the chicken wire. You can see our existing fence was quite a bit lower, and so using the irrigation tubing, we were able to run that across and create a nice caged in garden here, and then created all the flower beds that you see. Added the far couple here most recently, then added one post in the middle as far as keeping the roofing up high. So there you go. So at your local store you get pretty much a lot of its chain link fencing. Get the chain link fence posts, the chicken wire, the irrigation tubing, running it across and then sliding it down in through. So there's a good deal of the tubing down into here, and then zip tying it all together. And so then we end up with the nice caged in garden. Nothing's getting in and out other than a us with the opposable thumbs opening this door. So
Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I am the Aging Gamer. You can call me Tag for short. Thank you for checking out the videos. You will see future videos here on DIY, gaming, try to bring a variety for all of you. Twitch is down below here. YouTube is The Aging Gamer. Hit the subscribe button up at the top. If you liked what you saw, also feel free to leave any comments, questions, how to instructions down at the bottom with me, and we will work this out. Thank you so much, y'all.